Okay. No. Okay, first of all, I just want to say congratulations to Chicago Bears for defeating us tonight. I got a lot of emotions right now. I'm not really happy at all with how this game went, and I think it's pretty obvious why. I mean, any Packers fan should be upset after watching this game tonight. Now with us losing to the Bears for the first time in a good while, we're all tied in NC North at 5-3, which sucks. Really sucks. I really wanted to see us go 6-2 tonight. Sometimes it looked like we was gonna be able to do that, but at the end of the day, we lost because this time an injury we just could not come back from. This time the injury was just too much. I know that one of the things we always do is handle adversity, next man up, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. But this time that was just not the case because of one guy going down, and we all know our star quarterback Aaron Rodgers. That shifted the entire game completely. Because what happened when we first came out on the field? We drove the ball downfield on the Bears just like that. Aaron Rodgers looked sharp. Everything was going fine until he took that hit on third down, which brought back our old red zone troubles. Even though Aaron Rodgers was in the game, we still was not doing what we had to do to get the ball in the end zone. So that pissed me off. But I thought, and you know what? When Aaron Rodgers got tackled, just the way he stayed on the ground for a little while, I just had a gut feeling that he was hurt. I quickly turned the channel because I was like, okay, we're gonna kick the field goal and then, they're gonna go commercial. But I saw for just a brief second that he stayed on the ground, and when I saw that, I was like, oh God, if he's hurt, this game is over. And sure enough, when it comes back in commercial, and Rodgers is hurt, he's walking to the locker room, and there goes the game. Ugh, man, what a awful way to lose to the Bears. The Bears, of all teams for Aaron Rodgers to go down against, it had to be against the Bears. A game that we really, really needed to win. For obvious reasons, it had to be tonight. Why tonight? Why do injuries got to keep freaking haunting us so much? And this time, this injury was just too much. It was just too much. Too much. We don't have any reliable people after Aaron Rodgers. Wallace sucks. Okay, he sucks. I don't care what anybody says, he sucks. What was it? I think it was the first drive he went out there. And what did he do? The Bears blitz. He did a good job getting away from the blitz. But what does he do? He runs out of bounds for a 3-yard loss instead of just throwing the ball away. Another play, he misses Jordy Nelson. I think in the second half, I believe. Throws the ball behind Jordy Nelson. A missed opportunity. You know what? I can throw the ball better than this guy. I bet you. I guarantee it that I can throw the ball better than this guy. I guarantee it. I don't know how long Aaron Rodgers is going to be out. But if we go into next week with Wallace as our quarterback, hell no. Forget it. Forget it. But Aaron Rodgers' presence wasn't the only thing that was missed tonight. Clay Matthews, Nick Perry, all those guys who can get to the quarterback was missed tonight. There was no pass rush whatsoever. The defense looked terrible. Just terrible tonight. There was absolutely no defense tonight. Josh McCown, bravo. I'm not going to take anything away from you. You played a good game. We had no answer. No answer for their passing attack. Run defense was looking okay. You know what? I'm not even going. You know what? Matt Forte might have did his thing at the end of the game, run out the clock and everything else. But other than that, we did our thing for the most part. Our run game has been, our run defense has been very good all this year, and it still continue to be that. So I don't care if we got all those yards at the end of the game. Our run defense has been good. But obviously, our run defense didn't step up when it mattered at the end of the game. But we're gonna get to that. As far as with the whole game as a whole, the defense looked terrible. The secondary was awful. Nobody was making plays. Brandon Marshall, I can't remember the other names of those guys, the Bears receivers, just made them look like fools. Fools. Just big, tough receivers going up, catching the ball all over our small corners. Nobody was making a play. Nobody. Everybody looked terrible out there. The entire secondary just looked awful. It was hard to watch. I tweeted. I was like, I'm not sure what's hard to watch more. Our bad defensive play or it's watching Wallace trying to throw the football. The only thing good about this game was Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy did his thing. He did all he could to try to keep this offense rolling and try to keep us in the game for as long as he did. He did his thing. You can't take away what he did tonight. Great performance by Eddie Lacy. James Starks was good too when he got his chance. The run game was good today, but it was only for so long that we was gonna be able to do that, because once Aaron Rodgers went down, the Bears' defensive scheme completely changed. Obviously, they challenged us to throw the football and we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. Wallace sucks. I'm sorry. I don't. Just watching that guy play, I don't, granted, he never took a snap before, which is pathetic. You would think that if any given moment Mike would want to just at least have the guy practice at least. I would think that he practiced. Whatever, man. Just the whole point is we had a backup quarterback coming in who never took a single snap and just looked awful out there tonight. Awful. And and the one thing that really made me upset was Mike McCarthy. Why didn't you challenge that play at the end of the second half? The game, end of the second half could have ended so much more better had he just threw that red flag. The ball was caught. He juggled. Wallace he juggled the ball, secured it before going out of bounds. Why didn't you challenge it, Mike? Why? And you know what's really even more pathetic? It just shows how bad our defense played tonight. The Bears' average starting field position was inside the 20. There weren't too many drives. I'm not saying there wasn't any. There weren't that many drives that the Bears started past the 30-yard line or more. And for the most part, their average starting field position was inside the 10, was inside the 20. And we still couldn't do what he had to do to stop him. And then the rest of the game, throughout most of this fourth quarter, they just ran the ball down our throats. And that was it. So I'm not sure what more to say. Aaron Rodgers goes down, and that was just the one injury that we was not gonna be able to come back from. I don't care what any Packers fans say. I don't care what anybody says in general. There's only so much we gonna do with Aaron Rodgers on the sideline. Period. All other guys on the defensive side of the ball or other guys on the offense can go down, and our offense can stay alive. But it's not gonna stay alive if number 12 goes down. Period. So we don't know how long he's gonna be out. Just gotta pray that he's not gonna be out that long. Just gotta pray. But like I said, if we go into next week with Wallace as our quarterback, just call it a wrap. Just call it a wrap. Straight up. And that's it. I gotta get the hell out of here. Peace.